Travel Tidbits podcast, hosted by the agents of Pineapple Escapes. Join us as we discuss the latest in travel news, destinations, and tips for the savvy traveler. After all, travel makes life sweeter. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Travel Tidbits podcast. I'm Jamie Weidel, travel agent and owner of Pineapple Escapes. This week, we have Kate Riva-Foster with us, and Kate and I will be discussing how our families have embraced travel at the holidays and how we're using travel as gifts for our children and families. So I first met Kate in a running clinic. Her brother is actually my neighbor, and her nephews are in my trios class, and so I had gone with her sister-in-law to a running clinic and ran with Kate. This was probably 10 years ago. And I liked Kate right off the bat. She has a great personality. She's super fun to be around. And eventually, once I became a travel agent, she asked me to help her plan a trip for her family to Jamaica. And that all went well. And then when I started looking for agents, she came on board and was one of my very first agents in early 2018. And I don't know what we would do without Kate. She is the perfect fit for Pineapple Escape. She's trustworthy, reliable, smart, highly organized, has a little bit of a type A personality, which I like personally, but she also has a very calming presence and is really easy to be around. And so she's a great fit for our team. So Kate, thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to be a travel agent, even though you already have a successful career?
Hi, Jamie. Yes. So I've been in the healthcare field for 20 years. I'm actually a nurse anesthetist. I became interested in that when I had surgery at the age of 16. And during my jaw surgery, my finger was burnt from a bear hugger. And my nurse anesthetist kept me informed the whole way. And then I was published in a journal about it. So that really intrigued me and encouraged me to go into this profession. I am married to my husband, Chuck, and I have 2 kids, Katie and Kian. And then I have 2 stepchildren, Brian and Morgan. My job here, I just really love taking the pain away from patients and making them feel at ease. And then for the reason to become a travel agent is that I really love traveling the world. I would like to see as many places as I can. So after you planned my first trip to Jamaica, it intrigued me to also seek out that career. And I have absolutely loved it. And I love planning vacations for other people as well.
Awesome. So thanks, Kate. I've enjoyed getting to know your kiddos as well. Katie and Kian are sweethearts and definitely an asset to our team as well. We're a family-oriented team and we love all of our kiddos too. So one of our sections of our podcast is called Slice of Life. And so today in our Slice of Life, we're going to talk a little bit about our travel agent training. If you've listened to episode 1 and 2, you've already heard a little bit about this. But Kate and I were actually able to go on 2 trainings within the last month. Our first training was in St. Lucia. We went on a fam trip to Sandals, St. Lucia, and we were able to tour Regency La Toc and the Grand. And both were great. And so I wanted to talk with you, Kate, a little bit about these 2 trainings and our Pineapple Escapes training that we just got back from as well. So of these 2 trainings, which was your favorite and why?
Oh, tough choice. I would have to go with Disney and Universal just because I truly enjoy both of those resorts and parks and doing the rides and seeing characters. Sandals was very interesting, and I'm glad I did it because I had never been to a Sandals, first of all, so that was a great experience. And I also have a client that's booking a wedding at Sandals Grand in St. Lucia, so it was very important for me to see the layout of the resort and see the over-the-water bungalow and the different room types that I booked for my clients. Getting to taste all the different restaurants was very important too, so I can encourage them to make their reservations at which one they prefer based on their likes. But back to Disney, I'd have to say meeting all the agents and being with them and, exchanging travel ideas and tips and tricks was very beneficial. The VIP tour at Universal was amazing. I'm so happy you were able to organize that for us. We definitely got to try out rides that we have never been on and skip the lines. We definitely were able to get a lot done in one day, opposed to if we did not have the VIP tour. But it was very interesting just to see the different aspects of all that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we wouldn't have gotten through half of what we got through if we hadn't done the VIP tour. Being able to ride Hagrid's motorbike adventure back to back, that was amazing. Plus the little, behind the scenes access, our VIP shopping, and all of that was a lot of fun too. So of the trainings, you talked a little bit about, what we learned at our sandals training. But what was the one big takeaway that you learned from the Disney and Universal training that you think you'll carry on and will help you book for your clients?
Definitely the resort tours and seeing the layouts of the rooms at both places. It helps me figure out which category will best fit the family's needs. There's different suites available, different room styles. One has a bigger living room area. The other one has a bigger kitchenette. So based on what the family requires, will make it a lot easier to encourage them to pick a certain room now.
I completely agree. And I think that's part of why I wanted to do that on our training was there's just nothing like actually being there and seeing it in person. You can read about something till the cows come home, but until you've actually been there, done that, and seen it in person, it's really hard to be able to convey that to our clients. So overall, why do you think training as a group like what we do is beneficial? I mean, or do you find it beneficial? I guess I should ask as well.
Yes, I definitely find it beneficial. Like I said, I had only stayed at a couple of the resorts in the past, so going to this, seeing almost all of the resorts was very beneficial. Learning different tips and tricks from each agent, how they specialize in certain areas, and then say, hey, I really recommend this. My client enjoyed it. That really was beneficial as well. And then experiencing new rides. Like, I don't take my family every single time I go to Disney, but I've gone for the trainings and I got to go on a different ride each time. So that was very helpful. And then that way I can encourage clients to say, hey, this ride would be perfect for your family, or this one's a little bit scary if you have like a 4-year-old, so don't try that. That way they can prioritize what rides they want to do in which order.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that's one of the big benefits that our agency has over some of the others is we do help to make sure that all of our agents get to experience these things and have these opportunities, even if they can't necessarily go every year with their family because of other commitments and other trips that are planned as well. So let's get right to the core of what we're talking about today, and that is the gift of travel. So personally, since I became a travel agent, my family has traveled at almost every holiday. Personally, I think that it helps to make the holidays extra special to have those trips planned and to do these things during the holidays. But I also really think that travel during the holidays works with our school schedule and with the lifestyle that my family is currently living. One of the things that I found, especially when my kids were little, was that I was having a garage sale every year because there were so many things that ended up in my house. And so even though we have a thing in our house where Santa only brings 3 gifts, we were still had so many gifts and toys and things in our house that just overtook it. And so part of my idea by giving travel at the holidays is to kind of help eliminate some of these things that are in my house. But it also is a great way to kind of give a different perspective on what the holidays should be. And for me, it's not necessarily about opening the gifts. It's about time together, making memories, and spending time as a family. So I've personally gone on many trips with my family that I'll talk about here in a minute. But Kate, I know that you're planning to give your kids a trip to Walt Disney World this year for Christmas. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So the kids and I have last been to Disney when they were 4 and 6, and now they're 12 and 14. So they didn't really remember all the parks and everything that they experienced in the past. So I figured what better way to go to surprise them and go to Disney this year. So we will do each park. We're going to go to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. And then on one of the evenings, we're going to go to Disney Springs just to experience the downtown area. Also, my best friend and her family are going to go with us. So we're going to travel with them. And then my brother and his wife and kids are going to join us as well. We all have matching shirts, and the kids are going to be super excited about this. I think they'll be most excited about trying all the yummy treats that the holidays offer and the light up popcorn buckets. Yeah, so we're really excited about going to Disney this year.
So Kate brings up the popcorn buckets because when we were on our training, I kind of had a little obsession and bought two popcorn buckets and a drink sipper that all light up. And I kind of got made fun of a little bit by the agents because I was all decked out with my holiday light up buckets. But they're so cute and it's a lot of fun. And there's so many different treats and snacks and options. So hopefully you'll be able to find some awesome treats for the kids as well. But a few years ago, you guys went to Universal Orlando Resort at Christmas. Tell me a little bit about that trip.
2 years ago, we did go to Universal and we went around Christmas time just because we love all the holiday decorations and the holiday shows with the Grinch and Whoville. The kids absolutely love being there at Christmas. We did get to see the Macy's the Macy Balloon ride or Macy Balloon Parade, which was really neat. Currently, they have the balloon stationary due to COVID, but it was still really neat to see that 2 years ago and then to see it this past training a couple weeks ago. So I agree with Jamie as far as giving memories for the children for Christmas opposed to clothes or toys because they definitely will outgrow both of those. And then, yes, they end up forgetting about it. Whereas if you do Christmas gifts of travel, then the memories are with them forever.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I was just looking back through some pictures. My son's birthday is coming up, and so I was looking back through pictures, and it's amazing to look back and have those memories right there and to see how much fun they've had over all their trips.
Yes.
So a few of the trips that my family has taken at Christmas time, we have personally gone to Hawaii. We've done a Disney cruise. We've been at Walt Disney World. And all of those have been over Christmas Day. So I know a lot of families don't travel on Christmas Day. They either travel before or after. Kate, I know you're going before Christmas this year. But my family has found that we can travel on Christmas Day and still have all of the magic of Christmas at home. We just pick a different day for our traditional at-home Christmas celebrations. And really, it's kind of a twofer. Like, we're allowed to kind of celebrate Christmas for 2 full days because we have our day at Walt Disney World on Christmas Day. I usually bring stockings for the kids so they have something to open that day. And then we have a different day that we've asked Santa to come, and we celebrate a more traditional Christmas at home with Santa coming to our house, opening gifts. We do a traditional Christmas brunch with sticky buns, that sort of thing. So we have that as well. It's just not on Christmas Day. It's on a different day that we've chosen. So, Kate, has your family ever traveled over the holiday, or has that not been an option for you because of your extended family?
So that has not been an option so far, but I know, like you said, we always try to do something. We have a tradition where we go to Chicago every year around Christmas, just go for a weekend. And we go see the Macy's windows. We go get our Frango mints, of course. We go to the Kris Kringle market and just go shopping and see all the lights and decorations downtown Chicago as well. And then last year we did go to Maui a little before Christmas, and just seeing the lights and decorations there was amazing, and doing all the excursions we were able to do. It was just they're trips that the kids will never ever forget.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think even starting in early November, you can start traveling to kind of get yourself in the Christmas spirit. Like even our training trip that we just came back from, Disney and Universal are already decked out for Christmas. Last year, my family traveled over Thanksgiving and we did the Christmas markets in Germany. And that was an amazing trip to be able to experience and see all of those different Christmas markets throughout Germany. We also hit Austria and Switzerland as well. And so just to get into the Christmas spirit, I think you can start traveling as early as November to kind of have that Christmas feel, which is always a positive. So to wrap this section up just a little bit, we want you to consider giving the gift of travel and thinking about how you can make these memories with your own children during the holiday season. And even if you're giving a trip under the tree, it doesn't have to be at Christmas. You can give a spring break trip at Christmas and include, swimsuits, sunglasses, all the accompaniments that you will need for your trip as your gifts that are wrapped up under the tree. And then your travel can be later in the year. So there are so many options, and all of our agents can help you to help make these memories with your family. So moving on to our last section of the day, our Crushed It section, where we're going to give our pineapple ring scoring to our travel favorite of the week. And this week's travel favorite of the week is a travel sound machine. We actually like the Hush portable white noise machine, and I give it 5 pineapple rings. Kate, I think you bought this recently as well, yes?
Yes, definitely worth it. I'm a very light sleeper, and it definitely drowns out the noise in the hallway or the room next to you. There were nights that I would be up all night because I could hear people walking up and down the hall, or I could hear the other room next door taking a shower, and that just would wake me up. Jamie introduced me to this Hush machine, and I sleep a lot better now. It's the noises. You have 3 different noises to choose from or sounds to choose from, and it definitely made a difference.
Yeah, I bought mine not that long ago, and my first trip with it was our St. Lucia trip, and we always sleep with a sound machine at home. We have since our kids were babies, and I think it makes a world of difference. The link for this will be in our show notes. It is available on Amazon, and it actually says it's for babies, but trust me, it's for grown-ups too, and this one is small and compact and easy to travel with. So if you are looking for a travel sound machine, this would be a great fit for you. Thank you guys for joining us this week, and thank you, Kate, for being here with us, and we hope that you will consider giving the gift of travel this year as we move into the holiday season. Thanks, guys. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Travel Tidbits podcast, hosted by Pineapple Escapes. Travel makes life sweeter. Let the experts help you plan a vacation with lasting memories. We'd love to help you plan your next vacation and have you join our community. You can find us on the web at www.pineappleescapes.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Pineapple Escapes.